We don't think much about electricity until that moment when we don't have it. We all know that bit of panic we have every day when we need to charge our phone. Well, now picture you go to do that and your power is out, your Wi Fi is down, your refrigerator isn't running, or in an increasingly electrified world, you're unable to charge your car. We've never been more reliant on electricity, but our grid is under threat. You may have experienced power shutoffs on days with high fire risk, or rolling blackouts during a heat wave. These are impacts that are only going to get worse as we continue to deal with the effects of climate change. Now, in a perfect world, our power grid would jointly address climate issues, ensure more reliable service, and also lower costs for consumers. My research asked, how can we achieve that? First, I looked at the who and what behind electric service in California. If you're like most Californians, you get your electricity from one of the major investor-owned utilities, like PG&E. Some 20% of Californians, however, get their service from a publicly owned utility, like Silicon Valley Power in Santa Clara, or the Sacramento Municipal Utility District, to name a couple. For my review of prior research on this topic, publicly available data on electricity providers, and in-depth interviews with subject experts and professionals in the field, one thing in particular stood out. Publicly owned providers consistently perform better than utilities like PG&E when it comes to cost, reliability of service, and getting more power from renewable sources. There's a reason for that. While companies like PG&E are driven to return profits to shareholders, publicly owned utilities invest the money they make back into their systems and back into the communities that they serve. So it seems obvious that we would want more publicly owned electric utilities in California. Yet getting more people connected to publicly owned power is almost impossible. It's a process that can take decades, involving a lengthy and costly journey through bureaucratic complication and contested legal battles with incumbent utilities like PG&E. My research then focused on what can be done to make this process easier. The most urgent step is for Californians to call on the state government to undertake an ambitious effort toward public ownership for all electric utilities. There needs to be a straightforward process for public agencies to follow to take over from the PG&Es. We need large-scale investment nationally in expanding transmission and developing more utility-scale renewables. To put it all together, we need local public control to increase accountability and improve interconnectedness and coordination nationally to make the grid more efficient and resilient for everyone. Thank you.